Hello, this is the Brass Love Healer Tarot here on YouTube. I want to do a storyline reading. This one is focused on when you get a sex change. When you get a sex change, if I'm saying it correctly. Or maybe you go trans then, if I'm saying it right. Yeah. When you start living as a woman. Or if you start living as a man, I guess, right? However, whichever direction, right, it goes, right? Whichever direction it goes, right? But the main thing I'm trying to say is that when you make the decision to do what you do for your own life, whoever you are, and you have parents, we can go with siblings too, but mainly parents, because they are the ones that created you. So I'm going to go with parents. And you have a set of parents, one parent, both parents, or whoever it is, father or mother, don't agree with you changing your life, right? Your sexual identity. They don't agree with it, but they not fussing with you about it or anything like that either. But they not willing to call you what you want to be called. So if you was a male and you change yourself into a female, they not willing to call you a female because your mother birthed a male and your father seed was a male, right? When the conceivement happened, and he's not willing to call his son a female, not a manly man anyway, right? Your mother, if it's your mother, she might go with it or she might not, because sometimes mothers, they just want to keep the relationship with their children, so they'll go with it. And some of them just feel the emotions or try to feel what their child is feeling, and they will go with it. And then you got some mothers that's not going to go with it because they disagree and they not willing to call their son a female because they feel I birthed a son. So you might have it going three ways with a woman, where you might have a man over there, either he is only two, he gonna or he not. And if he go with it, that's because he's not a manly man. And if he don't go with it, it's because he is a manly man and he's not going to call his son a female under no circumstances. Now, what I'm getting to is that when you get mad with your parents because they won't go along with what you say, you want your father to call you a female name, whatever it is, or you want your mother to, and they not going with it. So you saying they won't accept you and all this kind of stuff. They stuck with accepting you because you didn't change yourself how you change yourself up, and they got to see you periodically or whenever they see you. So they have accepted you because they still talking to you. As long as they talking to you, they accepted you. Get what I'm saying? Because if they didn't accept you, they wouldn't even want to talk to you or see you. So they have accepted you. But the thing is, you want to control, right, them as far as making them call you what you want to be called, some name you came up with. They'll go along with you changing up yourself, right? It's really an insult to a parent, I guess, because they feel like I birthed a male and you didn't change yourself around, and you want to tell me the name I gave you don't mean snuff. You want me to call you what you done like created also, along with creating and making yourself a whole another kind of person. But really you still that person inside. It's just the outer shell, because you still the same person inside. You still got your male organs inside. You still got the same blood inside. You still the same person inside. You still that male inside. No matter what you're doing outside, you still that male inside, or that female. But the thing is, you want to dominate and control your parents to make them call you what you are not, as far as they concerned, because you are their son or you are their daughter, and you always will be that with certain parents. Now, certain parents will go along with it because they want to keep the relationship with you, or they just be trying to feel what you feel, right? And they want you to be happy. Get what I'm saying? But you have some parents, they not going with it. You're not going to make me call you Susie when you are my son Jacob. Get what I'm saying? They don't care how many wigs you put on or how many skirts you put on. You are their son. And they refuse to do that, right? So this storyline is about anything like that, where you have children sons, daughters that want to make your parents call you the name you want to be called now. They already accepted you, because as long as they still talking to you and allowing you to be in their life, they accepted you. The thing is, you want them to call you what you want them to call you. But newsflash, you don't get to control them and tell them, your parents who brought you here, what they can call you, because they gave you a name when you was born, and that is your name as far as they concerned. They are off limits when you decide that you want to tell somebody what to call you and what not to call you. You don't get to tell your parents what they can call you and not call you. If your mother and your father named you Jacob when you was born, that is your name. You don't get to tell them what to call you and what not to call you, because they birthed you and they gave you a name. So they are off limits as far as you trying to have some kind of control and say, well, I want to be called this and labeled this or whatever. When it comes down to your parents, that's somebody you shouldn't even go down that road with. As far as trying to control, that's an insult. Even down to your siblings. If they want to go along with it, and some siblings will, but your parents, they off limits. Back off your parents and stop trying to make your parents adapt to what you decided you wanted to create your life to be. You want to change yourself to a female, well, go ahead and do it. But don't try to make your mother call you a female name when she didn't birth a female and she didn't give you a female name. Your parents are off limits. You can take that to the streets if you want to tell people out in the street that, but your parents are off limits. That's an insult to your parents. Don't try to make your parents call you something that they didn't name you. They already accepting you, changing yourself up to another gender. Get what I'm saying? So this video is about anybody who going through anything like that. Okay, universe, you know all about it. It's different people going through stuff like that out there where you trying to make your parents call you a female name, and your parents is not going to call you a female name, because as far as your parents concerned, you are Jacob. Like I said, if there's anybody out in the street or your friends or whoever and they want to adapt and change up and call you what you want to be called, so be it. But you don't get to tell your parents what to call you. You don't have the right. You don't get that privilege to do that with your parents, the people who brought you here. Newsflash, last I checked, your mother pushed you out. Your father put his seed in there. You as the seed. Okay, let's just flow. Universe, this is a storyline as far as anybody going through anything like that. So this is considered abuse, because you're abusing your parents, trying to make your parents feel bad because they don't want to call you Charles when your name is Georgia, whatever your name is. Get what I'm saying? Healing of the soul. Hurt to the core. Your parents might be hurt to the core. You might be hurt to the core because your parents won't go along with what you created. Your parents don't have to go along with what you created. Your parents accepting you because you are their child and they love you. But you don't get to tell your parents, you don't get to dictate and say, well, you need to call me this. No, they going to call you what they've been calling you for 15 years or however old you are. I don't know however old. I mean, not 15 years. I guess 20 years or whatever. Okay? Let's just flow. This is for any family like that. Okay, universe. 16 of these. Do I even have it? Bear with me for a minute. Wait a minute. I don't have a 16 right here. Oh my goodness, 16. I don't have a 16 of these, Lord. Let me see. Wait a minute. 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 15. So 16. I heard God say 16. So 16 equals 7. So I got to get deck 7. Okay, let's flow. Deck 7. 6 and 1 makes 7. So I got to get the 7. 9. I'm hearing over here. 9, 9, 9. Where are you now? Come on, 9. Where's the 9 hiding from me? Okay, where is the 9? Okay. Wait a minute. 7, 8, 9 is missing. 9, 9, 9. 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't know which one of them is 9, Lord. I need another number, Lord. I don't know which one of these is 9. They don't have a top on it, Lord. Is this it? I don't know whether to grab that or what. Okay, 9. So I don't know, this one jumping out. I don't know if it's 9 though. I don't know if this 9. I don't think. Let me see something. I don't know if this 9. Just talking about parents though. Let's see. Let me just look at it for a minute. Maybe I can distinguish if it might be not having protection from your parents. I don't know. Rape in here. Somebody might have been raped. I don't know. I don't know if this is it or not, because I got a lot of cards. Lord, is this it? They got rape in here, and it has not been protected by the parent. This could be, it could go with, I'm just going to take it. It's holding me up. I don't know which one is the 9. I don't see it. So let's just flow, or whoever you are. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. More like it. More like it. A little warmer. Okay, let's flow. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's just see what these universe. Let me put them together. She know all about it. Okay, the first one is that you seeing your worth and your ambition, whoever you are. So it says right here that honestly, because it says you got plenty of ideas for your fortune. You seeing your ambition and your worth. These are noisy. Oh shoot. You achy and it varies. They are noisy. Bear with me. Okay. You dealing with a Sagittarius, you are Sag, you are Virgo, will act like one, or dealing with one or Virgo, or Sag or Virgo. But we got a Virgo that was venting for Sag to make a move and make that move wisely, whatever move it is, right? So it says right here, maybe you on the internet some kind of way, or on television, or some kind of social media. Follow me? Okay, so we have freedom is calling, but will you answer freedom? Follow me? Because you gotta seek what you've been looking for, whatever you've been looking for. You're looking for your money and your keys to serve you or somebody you know. You like style and you like having fun. So we have that, do you like this stuff, whatever God talking about, right? If you don't, you need to get out of this mess, whatever God talking about. Wait a minute. I need to put something here to stop these cards from sinking. Okay, let's go. so it might go better. Whoa. So we have right here, you as somebody that you know is letting off their sexual tendencies, but they need to clear their mind. Okay, so we have you allowed the neglect of yourself, or you weren't gonna allow the neglect of yourself, because you had to analyze things and see what stemmed from. Follow me? Because something was flimsy that you was dealing with, and you went through torment because tension was brewing with you and somebody, and death was the last result, a physical death or just the end of a situation. These are light green, because it says right here, you fought somebody in words, financial words, verbally, or however, emotionally. So we dealing with somebody who, as far as your parents, whoever you are, you want your parents to adapt and just call you what you want to be called. So maybe it's your father, I don't know, because it says not having protection from your father. Your father was abusive in some way. It don't have to be physical all the time. It's other ways, emotional, however, verbally. Okay, you had to rely on yourself to elevate yourself, though, because you was pinching the surface of a thing wherever you live. Could be Connecticut, because maybe your father was animalistic to you, controlling, dominating, or anything like that. If not your father, a man, right? I feel like you are a man. I feel like you a guy. Change yourself to a female. I feel you are a guy. Okay, you was easy, or you wanted your father to be easy, softer with you or whatever, because you was the lone wolf, or you was easy. So you dealing with some kind of agency, company, or whatever. They don't own the earth, though. Company, agency, or something. But you was going to start to focus on you now. We got, you could be 37, something could have happened in 73. Any of those numbers could be important to you, even after a birthday. Okay, but you're going to go forward so you can get on your path. Okay. So I don't know if that's the doctor's office or it's just place you want to work at. I don't know for sure. Okay, it says right here that you're a wonderful conqueror, but you was dealing with a Judas, whoever the person was, right? Or is. Okay, it says you in some kind of relationship that's homosexual right here, but it's hidden some kind of way. Let's put it up though, since I'm talking to you, since it's in the storyline. So we got a rape here. So somebody raped you some kind of way. You wondering if it's your fault. If you wasn't raped, somebody stole from you. Could be the doctor's office, an agency, a boss, or you was raped by somebody. Follow me? So it said you're sticking around 5 with no nonsense lessons. Follow me? But you wanted to go home some kind of way right here. This is a desperate card right here. When you want to go home, you help some kind of way and you want to go home. But God says that you could reach out for help. Follow me? Because you was coping, because you was isolated some kind of way in a situation wherever you was. So I don't know if you're in foster care. I don't know what it is. I just don't know what that right there, right where you was. It says right here that relationships of any kind that kills your emotions and hopes, you had to let it go. The death of anything that does not serve you, you got to let it go, whatever it may be. So we had, what are you going to do? Maybe the person asked you, what are you going to do because you was raped by somebody or stolen by somebody. We can take it either way, because we got a homosexual relationship that's abusive, right? So either the person raped you or they stole from you, whatever it is, right? What are you going to do about it? Because you mouthy. So you want structure, but God says how to have structure is you got to control things in the best way you can, right? So you're going to be going to court about whatever this rape is or theft with somebody, either agency, a doctor's office, or whatever this is. Some kind of agency, business, doctor's office, or whatever this is, or where you work at or something. Going to court. Looking at things realistically, the reality of it all, because you wanted a checkmate with your mother. So some kind of way, maybe You had some problems with your mother, right? As far as your sexuality, right? You want to checkmate with your mother. You might want your mother to agree with you, or you want your mother to call you whatever name you then came up with for yourself, and your mother not going with it. Because it say the mother, you want to checkmate. That means you want your mother to agree. You want your mother to be on your side. Okay, let's flow. So we have right here that maybe somebody here you dealing with is not like yours, right? If it's a doctor, it could be a person look like this, just not your race, follow me? If it's an agency, it's still somebody that's not your race, follow me? You need to cover your genitals right here, protect your genitals, sensitive. So we have right here that you got to have God's bubble of protection around you, right? Make God's presence known, because if you get ready to get some kind of operation maybe, or whatever this is, let's flow for a minute. Why do you allow other people to mold you? So some kind of way, God's saying, why do you allow other people to mold you? Because some kind of way this person you in a homosexual relationship with over here that's abusive, could just be a doctor, don't know how to talk to you, or actual love partner. Some agency you work for, some company you work for, or whatever this is. It says right here, you know right here, you are meant for greatness no matter what. I am meant for greatness. Why do you allow others to mold you? So I don't know if over here with your mother, or over here with this person over here, this relationship you in, you allowing that person to mold you, or your mother over here, because you want to checkmate with your mother. So that means you want your mother is going to be trying to mold you, because maybe your mother is going against what you're doing. Your mother wants you to protect your genitals. Your mother don't want you to be getting anything done, because you need God's bubble of protection around you right here. So if you want to get yourself some kind of change done to you, maybe, let's go. You want sensitivity and tenderness from your mother, I feel, because you want to checkmate with your mother. Even though we saw a father over there. So your father, you want him protection from your father, maybe because of your father wasn't around to protect you from whoever this person is that raped you. Because some kind of way a rape took place, whenever it might have took place in your life. Could have been when you were young. AP, and it varies maybe if you're getting an operation, or if you got an operation, or if you got raped, follow. You went through torment. Maybe you talked about it or something, and something was flimsy. Or maybe you got an operation and it was flimsy. Honestly. Okay. You have plenty of ideas for your fortune. Making money. Because maybe you're going to be on the internet. Okay. Somebody was waiting for a move to be made, and somebody made the move wisely. You or this person, a Sage, Virgo, or somebody act like those signs because you like style, like having fun. But we got a guy that was animalistic, controlling, dominating, or whatever. So could be a boss. I don't know who this is. Either he stole, somebody stole, or somebody raped you. Whenever it was in your life. Okay, so we have pinching the surface of a thing, maybe to make some money on the internet. Gotta allow yourself to elevate yourself. But it says right here, you had to look at things and analyze and see where things stem from. Because somebody's letting off their sexual tendency, somebody toward you. You see things clear. So it says right here, do you like this stuff? If you don't, God said you gotta get out of this mess with whoever this is, a club, a job, or whatever this is, right? Whoever, right? My father was abusive. Your father could have been abusive in words, or physical, or emotionally, or whatever. I don't know. You was not having protection from your father. Some kind of way, if you was raped when you was young or whatever, your father wasn't there to protect you or whatever, anything like that. Tension was brewing maybe, and death was the last result. The end came to maybe a relationship with your mother, with your father, or with some abusive guy. Or some kind of way a death actually happened because you got an operation, or you want to get one, or anything like that. Okay, so we have right here somebody fought you, and maybe death was the last result. We can take it that way too. Somebody who don't look like you. God says that you on your path. go forward. Yeah. Focus on you now. You do some agency, some kind of agencies or whatever. Somebody might have took you as easy, but you was a lone wolf, or you might have always felt like the lone wolf in your family. Freedom is calling, but will you answer freedom? Right? Yeah. And seek what you're looking for, because you weren't going to allow the neglect of you, or you did allow the neglect of you. A lone wolf. You might have been a lone wolf in your family. Maybe you was raped some kind of way in your life or something. You was a lone wolf. And then eventually, you wanted, eventually down the line, maybe you wanted to change up. Right? God said you got to protect your genitals. Right here. You need God's proper protection to really protect you, like a miracle. If you're going to get some kind of something done, you need God to really. Sticking around 5 with no nonsense lessons, coping for. Yeah, collective. Yeah. So I don't know which one it is. If it's a man raped you, or if your father raped you when you was young, if a man raped you, if nobody raped you and you just was stolen from, as far as money, dignity, love, or whatever. However, you got to take it however it goes. But one main thing I see in here is that you want to checkmate with your mother. And maybe your mother just don't condone it, period. I don't know. This is the jump out card for me. And you wanted to go home right here. Maybe from the hospital, maybe from a place that you was stuck. Maybe you was in foster care when you was young and something happened. I just don't know. Right? With that card there. So I'm going to end it right here. Because court is happening. So if court happening, somebody is going to be held responsible. So if you was raped or stolen from or whatever, you're going to court. And that's a good thing, because that means you're going to get your spiritual justice. Because you was did wrong by somebody, whoever it was. Because God says, why did you allow people to mold you into what they want you to be? You got to be who you are. Because you see right here, I am meant for greatness. Right? So yeah, court happening, and that's a wrap. You're going to get your spiritual justice, whoever this is. Okay? This is the Bread Love One Healer Tarot.